With me today we have the BMW 740i. This is an amazing sedan, very, very luxurious. As you can see from the outside, it is very, very classy, very, very demure. It is probably one of the best luxurious sedans that I've driven. That's not the Maybach. Pretty nice, pretty nice. This car has some amazing features, and one of the features is starting from the inside. Look at that interior. Wow. You even have I don't even know how they do it. It's like magic. They just have light on glass. But look at this. Insane interior. Some of the controls are, you have the seat controls. You can control what seat position you want. You have the locks. You have the different glass, what are they called? The windows. Child lock, you could change the mirrors. You have the back, whatever you call it, boot trunk. You know what I'm saying? Getting into the inside of the car, you have a lot of features in the steering wheel. You have the song, multimedia control. You got set. You can control things in the highway. On the side of it, you have these. These are actually the air vents that you can control. You got the light, you can control the headlights over here. You got the same on this side. This actually opens there we go. It opens the glove box. You got the emergency control. Everything else is on the screen, which is something that I don't like. But I guess we're moving into, newer times, modern times. Over here you have the different seat controls and things of that nature. In the center, you have the diamond, whatever this thing is called. I forget the names of it. You got the start, stop. You can use a gear selector, simply up and down. You have drive. You have an S, which I think is sport mode, because you can it revs to a higher rev limit. You have the auto hold. You got the parking brake. You got the different cameras over here. Multimedia control. Nice. This is amazing. What an amazing car, honestly. Looking back at the roof, you can actually control the sunroof over here, but I like to keep it open just because you can see the light. Make it and there's some more stuff. You got an SOS too, which is pretty cool, standard for all the newer BMWs. Taking a look at the back is even better because it is a passenger vehicle after all. You got the tinted windows. You got this screen, which I'll show you in a bit. On the side, you can control the lock buttons. You can control the sunshade that comes up, I believe. There you go. Oh, it's because the car is off. I'm so dumb. But getting into the inside is actually very, very comfortable. A lot of leg space. A lot of leg space. Look at that front. It's just amazing. This interior is just something else. It's just so beautiful. In the center, you have your climate controls, which you can also control from the side tablet. And over here, you have the other seat. This is not opted with the fridge. I don't think that there is a fridge on the 7 Series. There might be, but this is actually a wireless charger that you can use, which is very neat. And I believe that this is also a glove box to store some of your items. And that's another glove box over there. One of the best things about this car is that there's the blinds over there. You can control the lights over there. You can also control the display from the theater. Please move the passenger seat backwards. Okay. All right. Oh, passenger seat forward. Okay. Oh, it's because this is moved too push. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Awkward. Give me a second. I gotta change the passenger. All right, hold on. I have all my camera equipment there that I will use shortly to record, you know what I'm saying, all the things that you'll see. Now I believe that we should be able to fold down the theater. So what happens is that you have an 8K theater screen very widescreen. All of these sunshades go down from the two sides and the rear. The top sunshade goes down as well. And over here you have Netflix, all of the other, amenities that you could use. Netflix, Amazon, YouTube, a whole bunch of apps that you could download. You could see the time over here. You could see the weather over there. Honestly, this is such an amazing car. Sometimes I even watch movies at the back over here because of how nice it is, honestly. Let's fold that up, see how that works. Amazing. I guess I'll have to manually, oh, there you go. It does it for me. All of those come down and we're back to our driving mode. Take a look at the rear of this. It's got a very, 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 very spacious, for a sedan, like because it's a sedan, right? Like it's actually surprisingly incredibly spacious. Like you could fit about I'd say four to five suitcases back here. Thank you to 10,000 actually, the building I'm staying at, where you can see all of these other cars behind me, for actually lending me this vehicle for the day so I could drive it around and things of that nature. So nice, thank you. I guess it's time to actually drive this thing and take it around LA. Let's do this. All right, now that we're actually in this thing, let's give it a start up. Let's wear our seatbelt and let's get ready to rock and roll. All right, let's take it back a little using the reverse cameras, which are very, very useful. Give me a second. Let's turn this thing around. Boom. All right, spin this around a little. Boom. All right, we are ready to rock and roll. So this is the 10,000 garage. As you can see, you got some nice cars. You even got the Ford. You even got the 991 GT2 RS. You got the F8. A lot of cars. I think there's a Maybach over there. Hold on, let me just enter in my address. Alright, so since we are in LA, the first things first, we are gonna get some matcha. So if you don't know, in LA, literally everyone around you, all of them drink matcha. So that's gonna be our first side mission of the day, in this car right here. Now there is a car entering, so we gotta do that, and then boom, and then I guess we can go this way. All right, let's just make sure to see there's no cars. Bada bing, bada boom. We are good to go. Alrighty, let's head on this way. We are here at a red light. Now, the thing that I love about this car is how luxurious it is at the price point that you're paying. The thing with a lot of these BMW 740i's, or not even like BMWs, right? The thing about these luxurious sedans is that you'd have to pay a ridiculous amount of money just to get something luxurious, like something like a Maybach, right? You have to pay a very ridiculous amount of money, like $200,000. With this car, you can get it for around 125 to like about 125 to like $175,000. So for the price that you're paying, it's actually, I mean, that is expensive for like a lot of people, but for the price that you're paying, you're getting something very luxurious, very drivable, and very business-like, right? And that's something that I really love about this car right here. As opposed to something like a regular S-Class. It's something that, you know, if you want something more than just a regular S-Class, but if you don't want to splurge out and get a Maybach, then this is really the car for you. I don't mean to be a salesman, but I'm just doing my review here. That's honestly my exactly what I think. It isn't the 2025 model, because the 2025 model, it comes with the front grille, like it lights up, but I actually personally think that this looks a lot better than the 2025 model. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like BMW has lost its meaning to like what it thinks luxury means, or like its sense of design. I know that they hired like a new design lead, but if I'm being honest, I think that their design have not been, it has not been great, we could say, for the past few years. I think that it's on a decline at the moment, but if you just exclude the design, if you just only purely focus on the how the interior is, because at the end of the day, the interior is how you're gonna feel, right? Like that's how you're sitting in the car. If that's the type of person you are, then I think that you're gonna have a lot of joy with this car. It's honestly a very, very nice car to drive as well, even though it's pretty wide. Like I think it might be close to the side of an Escalade. It's a very smooth car to drive. The steering is very, very easy. You could say we are almost there at the spot where we can go get matcha. And of course we are stuck here at the light, but the cars around me can't really do anything. Oh, there you go. We can scoochie, we can shimmy along these ends, and then we could park. There's a parking spot nearby, so we're gonna park it there, and after we park there, we're gonna go get some. This road in Rodeo Drive is a nightmare to drive if you're driving on the right side of the lane, because of how small it is. Like it's almost like you're driving in the UK. It's treacherous, bro. God damn, this light is long. Oh, there you go, finally. And then we can move along. Bada bing, bada boom. Easy. Alright, and then we can park. I guess we'll go to the lower level instead of the upper level. We can park right here. Here's cool. Alrighty, there we go. Let's go get some matcha. The roads are so free right now, and there's nobody walking around because it is a Tuesday, so I wouldn't be expecting anyone. Everyone's at work, but what a beautiful place to just walk, chill, vibe. You know what I'm saying? Look at this spot. Shout out Cha Cha. Making my way back, matcha in hand. Life's just so good. Here's Rodeo Drive. The Rodeo Drive right there. Amazing. So stunning. I'm gonna be so for real. I finished the entire thing without even making it back to the parking lot. But here, now we're back. At least I don't have to think about a drink in the car while I'm driving. But yeah, now for the actual side mission. Let's see where I go next. All right, now you join me in the car where we have multiple different POVs actually, because right now we are about to go on a little drive. A little drive to where? Well, you shall see. All right, let's get out of this position first, and then we'll be on our way. All right, let's just talk about some things about this car that I've noticed. Some good things about this car is that, like I've said, it's very, very luxurious compared to like the other cars that you're gonna see that are similarly priced on the market. But for the price point that you're paying, this is definitely one of the better ones, right? In terms of the bad qualities that I've noticed, I do think that because it's a BMW, like I know that BMW has a bad reputation of like cheaply producing things, unlike things like Mercedes or like, the other similarly priced cars at this price range. I do think that this car does, cheap out at certain things, actually. It might not be a bad thing that it cheaps out on it, but if you're paying a $100,000 plus car, you should be expecting some things. But in my opinion, I think what they did is that cheaped out on some things just so that they're able to go all out on the other technological aspect of things, such as a screen at the back, the folding seats, which I unfortunately didn't get to show, the different infotainment systems that exist in the car that are more suited for the passenger. I will say that this is most definitely a passenger's car. However, unlike the Maybach, it's like, even if you're in the driver's seat, you do still feel all the luxuriousness. You have all the screens in front of you. You have the different lighting in front of you, so you do feel like you're the king of this car. even though you're in the front seat. Let's make it right. Here is Rodeo Drive. It's as you can see, it's all tied up in very Christmassy type things, as it should be around this time of the year. Let's make our way down the hills of Beverly Hills, which is where you have so many different mansions. Like, look at that. That's insane. Yo, those houses are insane. Like, I've just out of simply curiosity, I'm just taking a wander around at the prices while looking at these sort of houses, and it's like, it's crazy. Like, it blows your mind. It's like $40 million, $50 million, $100 million straight, just mansions. Like, it doesn't look crazy from the outside, but I guess the location, right? Like, just to have a spot on the same road as Rodeo Drive, that's something in and of itself, which is pretty crazy. All right, this is probably one of my favorite roads to drive on in this sort of area. I think it's called the Coldwater Drive, right? Look at these palm trees. It's just straight palm trees after palm trees after palm trees. Like, most of the movie posters, or like most of the pictures you see of Beverly Hills, actually comes from this road. Here we're approaching the intersection of doom, the 6-way intersection. Essentially, the thing about this intersection, right, is like, all you gotta do is just start driving and pray that no one else is gonna start driving. So you have that person driving, and that person's probably gonna try driving, and then it's gonna be my turn just because I feel like it. Not because I paid attention to who has the right of way, but just because I feel like it. And that's what happens most of the time on this 6-way intersection, which is pretty funny. Oh yeah, there you go. So that right there is the Beverly Hills Hotel. Most famously, last year, it was because a Cybertruck actually ran into the sign of that hotel. I think it was like around February, January last year. One of the valets were just trolling around, and then what ended up happening is that a Cybertruck actually ran into that hotel, which is pretty funny. We are entering into the canyon zone, actually. The more we drive along this road, we're entering the canyon zone, which is going to be pretty fun. All right, but back to cars. So yeah, I was very lucky enough to actually be able to drive this thing, because it is courtesy of the building that I live at, the apartment that I live at. They just have cars that they lend out to people if they want to ask for it, and then you could just drive around in this thing for like 24 hours, as long as you give them, the usual, your driver's license, all the insurance, all that. But yeah, very, 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 very glad to actually drive this thing. These trees that you see here are very native to like northern. I mean, I don't think Southern California is known for these. I don't know. I might be wrong. I might just be saying stuff. But I think these trees are actually very, very native to the Northern California region, which is why I know that they have these crazy huge trees that like cars can drive through. Like, they're very, very thick trees. I forget the name. They're like red. I don't know. I don't know what to. I keep forgetting the name. I like blank on. If you haven't noticed, I have horrible memory. I have some insanely bad memory. So, I do think that the leather they use in this car, because BMW is on their whole, like, you know how the Europeans are. They're on their whole like climate, whatever. I mean, I shouldn't say whatever. It is very important, but like, saving the animals as well. I do think that BMW still uses. I mean, they've transitioned to using faux leather, or like fake leather, compared to Mercedes, which I think still uses actual leather. So even just if you just feel the leather, it's not fake, and that's how you know that it's not actual leather. It's because it feels very, very thin. The thing about LA is that there's so many cars. It's just insane if you really want to go anywhere. Like, I'm telling you, literally everyone here has a car, and that just creates problems. I guess it's because of population, maybe, but it's also because of LA isn't known for being a walking city, right? Unlike New York, where people can just walk to to work. LA, you can't do that. You just can't. You just can't walk to your workplace. It's gonna create a lot of problems. So a lot of people, they just use cars, and when they use cars, it creates a lot of problems because of the fact that everyone has a car, and it just makes work your work life very, very difficult. A lot of people love, motorbiking. I don't know if you can see that through the camera, but a lot of people like driving their motorcycles on these roads. It is scenic, but something about motorcycles is just very, very dangerous to me. Like, I don't know what about it. It just sounds so dangerous, especially in LA and how fast people are driving. Like, the funny thing about LA is that the speed limit is not 65 miles an hour. It's I'm telling you, it's 85 on the highway. I don't know. I think 65 is like 105 kilometers an hour. But people drive at like 140. Like, that's the speed limit. And if you drive at that pace, cops are not going to stop you because 85 is the limit. so yeah. If you don't know, nobody in LA knows how to drive. if you've never been to LA, like, I've never seen more worse people or more worse drivers in a concentrated city ever in my life, ever. Like, I'm so serious. Like, Bangladesh was where I grew up for most of my life. I'm not even joking. There's way more better drivers in Bangladesh, where there's literally no traffic laws. There's no traffic laws over there. There's no nothing, and yet the people are like 10 times better at driving over there than they are over here. Like, I just don't know how that's possible. How you, like, it's just mind-boggling. Nobody in LA knows how to drive, and that's like the worst part about it, or worst part about living here. People get into accidents all the time, and it's just so unfortunate. I don't know if y'all can see that number, but it is 455 miles, and it's not a full tank. 455 miles, not a full tank. It was at 550 when it did a full tank. That is an absurd number for this car. And it's not diesel either. You'd think that, if it's a diesel car, it would usually have more, or it'd be cheaper, and the fact that this car, it has 37,000 miles on it. 37,000 miles, and the fact that the engine is still in good condition tells you a lot about how reliable this car is. And trust me, I'm not getting paid. I'm not a salesman. I'm just a huge fan of BMWs, as anyone should be. Let's make this turn. And after we make this turn, we are on the highway to where we want to be. So I don't know if y'all heard that, but that was just the engine noise of this car. I gave it a little push. The car is quiet, right? But it lights up if you want it to light up, which is something good about a sedan, in my opinion. But at the same time, I have a very hot take about luxurious sedans, right? And it's that if you want something luxurious, I think you should go all out and get something luxurious. And if you want something sporty, go all out and get something sporty. Like, this might be probably my hottest take, but I don't think that a luxurious, sporty car should exist. I know that a lot of people want something luxurious, yet they want something that gets up to speed. But if you want something up to speed, right, then why don't you just go all out and get the fastest thing possible? And if you want something that's luxurious, then why don't you just go all out and get something luxurious? Why settle for something in between? Like, that to me does not make any sense. But I don't know, that just might be me. I don't think that something in between should exist. But I'm pointing to a very specific car in mind. Like, I'm not saying that there are a lot of these cars, but I'm pointing to the Mercedes-AMG S63, the car that's supposed to be very luxurious because it is an S car, but that's also an AMG. Like, I think the inside is pretty luxurious. It's more luxurious than the regular Mercedes, but given the price point that you're paying $200,000 for that car, why don't you just go for a Maybach? Like, you could probably find an entry level or a used Maybach, because Maybachs depreciate a lot. Why don't you just go for that? Like, why are you settling for something that's in between and not the best of both worlds? Like, why do you want to be like, I don't get the fact that some of these cars are the jack of all trades, masters of none. Like, just go all out. You're already paying a hefty price for it. I promise you that getting something sporty is not going to change much about it, about how luxurious it is, Alright, let's see what this is capable of. very smooth. The suspension is incredibly smooth. I'm a huge fan of the suspension. I think that I'm not certain, it might be the magnetic suspension that they have on the Maybach, but the suspension is probably one of the smoothest suspensions that I've ever had the chance to experience, actually. Given the fact that this is a sedan, I mean, yeah, I shouldn't probably say, you know, you have the Rolls Royce, which is obviously going to be incredibly comfortable, and then you also have the Maybach, which is obviously very comfortable given the price point. But the fact that you're paying like $125,000 to $175,000 for this thing, and you're getting this level of comfort, I think that that's something you should be very surprised at. So yeah. Yeah, hear that baby purr. No. Yeah, it's not obviously it's not anything crazy like a sports car, but the fact that you're able to hear that engine that loud, I mean, maybe some of it comes through the speakers. I have a feeling because this car is this car does have noise canceling, where noise canceling, it just plays out the speakers just to keep the car as quiet as possible. So because of that, I do think that some of the engine noise, when you especially hit it, it does play out the speakers. So that is one thing. Wow, just look at those mountains. It's stunning. I wish y'all could see through my eyes. It's a crazy statement to say. I wish y'all could see through my eyes, but that highway, I mean, that mountain it just doesn't look real. One thing I love about this car, just like on the exterior features alone, I'm a huge fan of the rims. I don't think that a lot of rims these days do those cool designs, and so I think that this car really does have a very futuristic rim based on the price you're paying, right? Obviously, it's not going to be nothing Maybach, nothing monoblock or things of that nature, those with those chrome and whatnot. But it is just beautiful. Ears starting to get blocked up. And there we go. I guess this is the start. We're at the bottom of it. From here on out, we're gonna be driving through the canyon. Whee! Wow, look at that. Cars merging, lanes merging. We're turning into one lane. Bada bing, bada boom. We're locked and loaded. Here we go. Wow. Oh my. That is a crazy view. Wow. Let's make our drive. Continue driving. What an amazing view. Angeles National Forest. Yeah, that's the name I was trying to remember. That's a proper name of it. Probably gonna get down and I'll show you guys this place. It's beautiful. You just continue driving and driving for as long as you want. Look at this. Oh my. This is so beautiful. Wow. So beautiful. God damn. Wow. Here's a passing lane, as I said, as it was mentioned. push the car a little bit, not too crazy. This car, given the fact that it is more luxurious and it has really luxurious suspension, I will say that it wow, I will say that it does take corners not bad. It takes corners pretty lightly, pretty easily, nothing major, you know. Let's just take this corner right here. Yeah, it takes corners very, very nicely, given that, you know, obviously nothing crazy like a sports car. I'm pretty sure I would be frigging slashing through these corners if it was a GT3 RS. But the fact that this is a sedan and I'm carving these corners is insane. Is it not? At least in my opinion. Taking these corners beautifully. The brakes feel amazing for a sedan, because this isn't even the M package, right? But the brakes are amazing on this. Absolutely fantastic. There we go. I don't mean to sound like I'm moaning, but it's just taking corners so beautifully. Oh my god. Driver's dream would just be driving in this in a sports car, but here we are in a very luxurious sedan. As you can see, someone probably did donuts around here. And look at these mountains. Oh my goodness. These are some incredible, incredible views. There's a car right there. Someone's driving across. You would think this is that one scary video where the cars drive across. But oh my, look at how amazing these views are. It's just straight mountains on mountains on mountains. Some of the best views that you'll ever see. And yeah, as you can see, someone was definitely doing donuts over here. But wow. If it falls one more time, we are ending the video. But yeah, alright, let's keep going. So beautiful. Look at these, look at these. Wow. Oh my god! Wow. So beautiful. As we carve these canyons. So beautiful. It's just so incredibly surprising how well this gets up to speed and how well this takes corners. Given that it's a luxurious SUV after all. Remember that. It's a luxurious, I mean, not an SUV. It's a luxurious sedan after all. And it's the brakes, how fast it gets. way over to this short little town, I will make a U-turn, and then we're gonna head on back because unfortunately our time is running up. But the good thing is that the views are insane on the way back as well. I do want to take a picture here because this is beautiful. How amazing these views are. Oh my goodness. Wow, there's a car right there. Look at how amazing this is. Just look. This is not real. This does not look real. Oh my goodness. Look. That's crazy. And then over here you have a car, obviously. It's a luxurious car at the end of the day, but you know what they say about BMWs. Wow.